Greetings, everybody. It's your old pal Frank here, and happy Monday. Hope everyone had a great weekend. If you're a CFL fan and a Montreal Alouettes fan, such as myself, Sunday was not a fun night because Montreal took on the Saskatchewan Roughriders in the 112th Grey Cup, and in the end, the Saskatchewan Roughriders are your Grey Cup champions. I'm not completely heartbroken just because I knew going into this game Montreal were the underdogs. But, we put up a good fight. The big question going into the game was, how was Davis Alexander's hamstring going to hold out? And we found out at the end of the game. Sucks, but, that's football. Injuries happen. And, Saskatchewan's defense was just rock solid, and they came out on top. So, as much as it sucks to not see Montreal hoisting a Grey Cup, I'm sure they'll be back. They'll be back soon. I have confidence in the boys. So, I have a feeling they'll be back soon. So, and with Moss at the helm, yeah, I think we're going to do okay. Anywho, so today, folks, we're not opening any mail for once. We're going to be opening my second hobby box of 25-26 Upper Deck Series 1. I opened my first one Expo weekend in the hotel, and I pulled this out of the box. It's a Jacob Melanson Clear Cut Young Gun, and this is, of course, going to be our card of the day as well. Do I expect to pull another one out of this box? Not really, just because I believe these are case hits, so we probably won't get something that cool, but maybe we could pull in exclusives. Maybe we could pull a high gloss. I'd like to pull one of those, what the heck are they called? Are they written on here? Where is it here? They're almost like Upper Deck's version of a downtown. Let's see. Bustle, Compadre, Sizzle Reel, Tracking System. No. Compositions, Cup Quest, Goal Oriented, UD Portrait. No. UD Canvas Young Guns, Encore Cards, Speckle Parallel, Autograph. Oh, an autograph would be nice. Pop Count, printing plates, Dazzlers. Well, they're not written on here, but anyway, they're really hard to pull, and since I don't open hobby boxes very often, it'd be cool if things went my way. But I don't want to talk too much, so let me get my good pal Buck here, and let's just get to opening this box. Of course, amongst inserts and whatnot, we are still hunting Mr. Ivan Demi-God. From my first box, the big young gun that I pulled, besides the clear cut, was a Jimmy Snuggerud. So that's one of the big pulls out of this young gun class. So it was cool to pull one of the big chases. I mean, I know when it comes to this stuff, it's Demi-God or bust, but to pull something out of that class is still pretty cool. I don't have a lot of room to work with here, so okay, you know what? In the hotel, it was a lot easier, but in this case, we're gonna do piles. That's it. There we go. 4 piles. Let me close up the box here. This could go over here. And so in my first box, I started with the upper left corner. I think this box, we're going to start with the bottom right corner. So let's see what we get here. I'll remember that that's the bottom corner there. All right. Whoa, excuse me. I wasn't able to make it to the gym today, so I was like, let's do something around the house instead to get our cardio up. So me living in a four-floor apartment building, I'm like, I know, I'll do stairs. And there's a total of 63 stairs in my building. I went up and down twice. I got back into the apartment and I'm like, okay, I'm done for now. So, yeah, I just wanted to do something, you know, to work up a bit of a sweat and not feel like a quitter for not going to the gym today just because there's snow and everything. But now I feel okay. Anyway, so not going to go through the base because you guys know these cards in and out already. I'm sure you've seen enough rips, so we'll just get to the good stuff and see what we got. Austin Matthews. So in our first pack, we have a Elias Pettersson, the other Elias, Young Gun Canvas. We got a Jacob Quillen Young Gun, and we got a Connor McDavid goal-oriented. He scored a nifty goal the other night. And every time I see the replay pop up on Instagram, I'm like, holy, because it was beautiful. He did like he split 2 defenders and he did like a spinorama and oh my God, unbelievable. And then more base. All right, put these in the base pile. These are the insert pile. And now on to pack number 2. Okay, put you there. Let's go through our base. Okay. Ooh. So for inserts, we got a UD Canvas Black of Sidney Crosby. Very cool. We got a Pavel Zacha Encore. And we got a Darcy Kemper Tracking Systems. And then more base. Okay. Not bad. And our last pack of the bottom right corner, we have, let's get through these. We got a Compadres of Panarin and Lafreniere. We got a Joachim Kemmel Young Gun. And we got a Erik Karlsson Compositions. And the rest of the base. Okay, now we're going to start our next pile will be this right here. Will be the upper left. Now I could do this. Excuse me again. And let's get to it. Okay. Okay, here we go. Hey, Natty Mac. Ooh, okay, we start things off with a Dazzlers of Thatcher Demko. Very nice. Rocking the 90s Vancouver design. I love it. We got a UD Canvas of Alexis Lafreniere. And we got a Cup Quest of Timo Meier. All right. I don't know how I feel about those Cup Quest cards. I mean, they're okay, I guess, depending on what player is on the card. But I'm like, I don't know. From this year's set, I haven't really found an insert that I'm really like, wanting to go after. But then again, this is only Series 1. Usually when Extended comes out, that's the set where I'm like, okay, I want to go after that insert set because Extended is mostly inserts anyway. So, anywho, on to our next pack here, and we kick things off with a Chris Letang Encore, followed by a Cam Talbot Tracking Systems. How about that Detroit game last night, huh? Versus the New York Rangers. the horn goes for the third period, the end of the third period, and I forget which Detroit player shoots the puck into the net after the horn, and no one's doing anything. And all of a sudden, Jonathan Quick comes off the bench, and he's like fuming, and there was like a bench clearing brawl. As a fan of old school hockey, I loved it. All right, we got a Rodrigo Abals Young Gun. All right, and here's the rest of our base. There you go. And that's that. I'll be going through all this base pile after to add to, well, you can't really see it, but it's behind Reggie Dunlop here, our 25-26 binder, to see how much closer we get to completing our set, our base set anyway. All right, so in our last pack of the upper left corner, here's who we got. Look at that. What a way to kick off a pack, eh? Quentin Byfield and Macklin Celebrini. All right. Ooh, we got a pop count. And it's David Pasternak, too. Very cool. He just scored his 400 goal the other night. We got Owen Tippett on the bustle. And a UD portraits of Dougie Hamilton. Again, these things are so ugly. Anyway. And then we finish off the pack with McMahon, Stone, Lizotte, Shabbat, and Pesci. But not Joe. Okay. Let's do the bottom corner now. Don't worry, folks. We're almost done. I know some people are able to rip 2 boxes in the span that we're at right now, which is like 13 minutes and change. But you know me, I like to take my time and whatnot. So, all right, what do we got in here? Okay, we got our first speckle. We got a sizzle reel of Sam Reinhart, a UD canvas of Kyle Connor, and a Cup Quest of Jason Robertson. And then, again, more base. I gotta stop saying that after every pack. And more base. Okay. Second to last pack of the bottom left corner. Oh, there's our outburst. Are we going to get a base outburst? Are we going to get a Young Gun outburst? Let's find out. We got a base outburst of Chandler Stevenson, followed by a sizzle reel of Cale Makar, and another UD portrait. This time we got Matthew Wood. Okay, and there's the regular Chandler Stevenson. And Doroviev finishes this pack. All right, last pack of the bottom corner. Let's see what we got. Oh, we got a Hab on the end. It'd be cool if we had a Hab Young Gun in the middle. All right. Da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da. And then our inserts are Big Willie Styles on the Encore, a Connor McDavid sizzle reel, and a, ooh, that's a nice one. Artyom, I'm gonna butcher it. Artyom Lashunov, Young Gun. That's a good one. That's a good one to pull. It's not Demi-God, but not bad. And then we finish things off with these guys. Patrick Laine. All right. Final 3 packs of this box. Can we get any magic out of these 3? I don't know, but let's find out. Hey, there's Captain Nick. Okay. There's the regular Jonas Corposalo. I pulled his UD exclusives in the last box I opened. Well, this time around, we got a UD canvas of Tage Thompson. We got a Young Guns of Jakub Skarek. And another UD portrait of Brandon Hagel. Okay, and then we finish this pack off with these guys. Okay. I tell you, those portraits, man, oh man. Ugh. Zach's Collections commented on the first box I opened, and he was telling me he hasn't seen a UD Portraits card yet that he enjoys. And I was thinking back on that, and I'm like, are there any that are actually nice? And I'm like, in the last couple years, I don't know. I mean, I like the ones from last year just because of the novelty of them looking like royalty. So I'm like, okay, those will pass. And plus, they did one for Gritty and for Bowie, I believe. So I'm like, okay, the mascots got in on the fun too. But other than that, I'm like, meh. When was it? 2019 or 2020 when they went really like 90s retro and they looked like something out of Saved by the Bell? And I'm like, ugh. Don't get me wrong, love the show. I loved Saved by the Bell, but the design with the weird floating triangles and all that stuff, I'm like, oh, hard pass. All right, anyway, here's what we got in this pack. Okay. Starting with a Alex Tuck Encore. Oh my god. Well, this is a Speckle UD Portraits. Dalibor Dvorsky. And we got a sizzle reel of Mason McTavish. And then these guys. Okay. Last pack, folks. Do I think Demi-God is hiding in this pack? Probably not. But let's see what we could get out of it anyway. So, let's zoom through these. And we have a sizzle reel of Cole Perfetti. We got a Young Gun of Mark Gatcombe. And we got a Matty Beniers Compositions. And these guys to finish off the box. So, let's go through everything here. Let me just get my Young Guns sorted from everything else. And then we'll be ready to rock and roll. As Doug from Don't Talk to Robots would say. Don't talks to robots? Oh boy. Can you tell it's a Monday? Okay. Okay, that. Okay, so this box was a 6 base Young Gun box and 1 Young Gun canvas. So our Young Guns were Jakob Quillen, Jochen Kemmel, Rodrigo Abols, Artyom Lashunov. Sorry for butchering his name, but that's our big one of the box. Jakob Skarek, Mark Gatcombe, and the other Elias canvas. So there we go. Not bad. Again, still no Demi-God, but at least both of my boxes had a decent Young Gun out of the ones that came in them. So I'm not, excuse me, I'm not completely bummed out or anything. From what I've heard and from what I've seen on Ziri's channel, apparently the blasters of this stuff are pretty good. So in the near to late future, if I could get my hands on some blasters, I'll do my best. I'm gonna try my best also to stay away from buying cards at Walmart from now on, just because of the price. I'm gonna try and stick to, you know, as they call them, brick and mortar, your local card shops and whatnot, because price-wise, they're a lot cheaper. So I'm going to try and do that. And if I could get my hands on any more Series 1 down the road, whether it be blasters or maybe even another hobby box, I will do so, and I will open it for you here on the channel. But anyway, folks, that's all I got for you today. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you have anything to say, you know the routine. Sound off in the comments below. And as well, before leaving, make sure to check out the description of this video as well as every other video that I post, because there is a ton of links down there to some awesome channels that I think you should be checking out if you're not already. And of course, before leaving, if you would like to, you don't have to if you don't want to, but if you'd like to, click that subscribe button, and if you do, click the little bell next to it so it lets you know when my videos go live. Alrighty, so that's it for me, folks. Hope you guys have a great remaining Monday. Hope you guys have an awesome week, and I will see you back here on Friday for everyone's favorite show on YouTube, the Friday Recap. Until then, I say to all of you out there watching, laters!